Hey everybody, Sean here. This episode is sponsored by a couple new Patreon members. Happy to have them. You have Faisal J. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for your donation. And Aubrey S. Our homie Aubrey, who we actually met at something. What was that con? It was some con we went to. Great promotion. Rock and Shock. She was up at Rock and Shock. So awesome for her support. Thank you so much, Aubrey. We really appreciate it. Also, guys, we are going to, I don't know where I'm going to put it in the show, but probably going to be at the end. We have an interview with Larry Dwyer, who is one of the original members of the band Hatebreed. And he currently works for Horror News Network and also does his own little thing, this Connecticut Cult Classics that we go to every month and really love. And this month we wanted to talk to him. We sponsored this month's event, and I think he's just doing awesome stuff. So I just wanted to give him a little outlet, and I actually want to continue talking to him. So maybe once a month we'll talk to Larry and just, build an interview over the next couple months with him. So it's real quick. It's about 10 minutes. I'll probably tag it on to the end of the episode. So yeah, enjoy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Horror Show. Show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite
Jesus.
not so favorite horror movies and other horror-related events.
You're Sean.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm Joe.
Boy. Today, we are watching.
Talking.
We are
Sean's drunk. No, Sean's not feeling well.
I'm a little. I'm not even sick anymore, but just the residuals. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Now I got a leaky fucking nose. We're watching the fucking Milwaukee Bucks. Nothing makes me more sick. Just kidding, Bucks fans.
There's no Bucks fans.
We are watching the story of. We're watching this week House.
The story.
The Oscar Pistorius story.
What?
Because he shoots his girlfriend.
Huh. Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, I do.
That joke fucking...
Already went to court and he didn't have a leg to stand on.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's a Paul joke right there. That's the one Paul says that we have to be like, oh God, now I gotta edit that. We were doing right at the end, and where I'm like thinking in my head, like, oh, I don't even have to edit this. And then Paul's just like, hey, I'm just going to say something completely rude.
Why would that be? He fucking murdered someone.
Remember when, yeah, I know. Remember when Elena, oh my God, I am losing my mind.
Yeah.
Lorena V emailed us, and Paul whispered for like 5 minutes about
her last name being Bobbitt.
Yeah. And I was like, you could say that shit into the microphone.
Happened 25 years ago.
Even if it was bad. Even if it was bad, I could edit it out. But that's like the tamest thing I'd ever heard.
From him, especially.
And especially because it's not even her last letter. He changed the letter and then was like, Bobbitt. That might be like one of my favorite moments of all time. Because I think I edited out like a decent chunk of it. Because it was just him whispering, and interrupting the show. And he thinks that I'm just going to go on with the show while I'm looking at somebody whispering.
Oh, I know.
And my co-host being distracted, listening to him whisper to him. Like I can just like keep the show going with nobody listening. He thinks it's okay. It's like one of my favorite moments in the show, though, because it's just so funny.
When you see Tina, ask her. I had the straight up shush Paul, like a kid. We were playing trivia, and the dude's reading questions, and he's telling me like a story about a question that was asked like 2 rounds ago. It's just going on and on and on. Like you just have to shush him.
I love him. But yeah, he's just whispering. And then he looks at me like I'm crazy.
That's the thing. It's like he doesn't understand.
Yeah,
like he's like, why do you want me to be quiet?
He
was trying to do something.
He gives me a look like, what?
Why? Like you're wasting his time by by stalling the show.
Keep this going. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? I'm not talking to you. Fucking asshole. Private conversation. But anyway, House. I love this movie. It opened in 1,400 theaters, February 28th, 1986. Made $22 million worldwide, so good for them.
It lost out to a John Hughes movie for the number
Pretty
one
in
spot.
Pink.
Yes.
Yeah. Story by Fred Decker, Night of the Creeps and Monster Squad. Produced by Sean Cunningham, the director and producer of Friday the 13th.
Yes, part 2. Oh, Sean Cunningham. No, Steve Miner.
Yeah, Steve Miner did 2 and 3. He was just the director of them.
He directed this.
Yeah, he directed this. So,
did you see that Fred Decker wanted to make this an anthology? Like, he saw the Twilight Zone movie, and he wanted to make a horror anthology with his friend Shane Black and 2 other people. You know, Shane Black wrote Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But it didn't. It obviously didn't come through, but this was the story that he wanted to tell in the anthology.
That's funny, because it would probably be better shorter.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's a good movie.
Before we talk about it, I enjoyed it just fine.
Yeah.
I think that I like the premise more than the execution. You know.
Yeah.
I think being shorter would have helped.
Being shorter definitely would have helped. I mean, there's
a little less flashbacks. Even though I liked the scenes,
because you don't need that many flashbacks, but you need to fill up time in this, and the flashbacks were okay when he was writing, but then when he was writing, and then it goes to a flashback. So he was a Vietnam vet. Yeah. Our main character is a Vietnam vet.
So is this an allegory to PTSD? Like, it has to be, but then it doesn't really kind of follow through on it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like that's what. I don't think there's a point to it, which I'm also okay with, but they kind of made it seem like you should be looking for a point somewhere in there. Like it was weird.
Yeah, when I was reading up on it, I was like, when this was made, it was when PTSD was really getting momentum, that this is what soldiers were suffering
right. From. But then like what?
But then the whole son storyline doesn't go along with it.
No. Like
it's a ghost story.
It's a ghost story. Yeah. It's like legit. Like that parts of it, you're like, is he seeing this or is this real?
Non-flashback.
Or just, just craziness. So, but let's get into it because we're just talking in like
circles.
Yeah, because we haven't talked about anything. So we open up with a big, huge Victorian home, which is the house. A grocery delivery boy shows up and
hey, real quick, can I shout out my man Greg that I brought up on podcast before?
Yeah.
I recently reconnected with him. I've been going to the gym with him and stuff. And today, out of all reasons, he's talking about the House series and how he owns them all on VHS.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here. We're about to talk about House tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And he said he's been trying to find House 3 forever. He can't find it. I'm like, this shit's on YouTube, man.
Yeah, and don't.
he loves the filth. But anyways, I just wanted to shout him out.
I kind of want to talk about that part 3 again. It's just bananas. Some movies are just great to talk about, and that's one of them. The fucking guy walking while he's being electrocuted.
Guy's laugh.
Anyway, let's get back onto the movie we're supposed to be talking about. And a delivery boy shows up to this house, grocery delivery man, which I wish existed.
I would never.
Dude, I'd never leave my fucking
shopping.
house. I fucking hate the grocery store so much.
Me too. I don't even go. My wife does it, but
and he pops in. No one's answering. Door opens. He goes upstairs, and old Mrs. Hooper has hung herself in the house. It's a shame.
Her flashbacks are fantastic.
Dude, she's
bananas.
She's bananas in a great way. Like, it's a crazy old drunk aunt. At the funeral, we meet Roger Cobb, her nephew, and also a beloved author in the vein of like a Stephen King kind of.
Yeah, but before the funeral, he's at a book signing.
Yes, after the funeral.
I thought it was before, before. No?
Yeah, it's after they show the funeral real quick. The funeral happens in a split second, unless it's a flashback.
Well, all right.
But he goes to a book signing. He does a book signing after with the craziest people. But he reminded me of Stephen King too, because he's mentioning to these people that his next book is he's a horror novelist.
Yeah.
But he's mentioning that his next book is going to be about his experiences in Vietnam.
And this one guy is so disappointed.
And it reminded me, because Stephen King ventures away, right? Every once in a while, or he has in the past. I thought he...
Well, he did a book that was on, like, the art of writing.
Yeah. Oh, maybe something else. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
He did Joyride. That was a...
Yeah.
detective novel.
Yeah, but... So it kind of reminded me of that in that vein, like a true artist. Like he's like, I just want to write about shit I want to write about.
Yeah.
Everyone's giving him like the hardest time about it. They're like, people just want horror novels. Everyone's done with.
So many punks are in that line. There's no way punks in the 80s are reading his books.
No, they're disgusting. They're fucking gross.
Crust punks.
There are crust punks. But yeah, he wants to write this book about Vietnam, and that is what he's writing.
Yep.
And through the duration of this movie, that is what he's writing. At the signing, we're also told he used to be married to an actress named Sandy. And in the next scene, we get a little setup between what their relationship is. The actress is calling him from an award show she's at.
Yep.
And he's trying to write. And there's definitely still love there. It's not, they're divorced, but clearly
they care about each other.
They both care about each other. Like something's amiss,
yes.
And we're about to find out shortly. That actress is gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
What's her name? Kay Lenz or something?
That's exactly her name.
She is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For sure. We forgot to mention...
I'm in love with her.
All right. Well, the main guy is played by William Kitt, who anyone that's watched The Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, I hated that show.
That show is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Dude fucking flies and has that great theme song.
Yeah, that's
top 10 theme song of all time.
I know you've said that. We got to do a bonus episode on that. I mean, our number one is both DuckTales, but
it's not even a question.
Fucking that jazzy beat. Somebody stole that idea from us. Do you see that? There's a podcast out there about DuckTales.
Yeah, it's a duck blur.
Yeah. Fucking dicks.
How dare they take something we thought of 5 years ago and never did anything?
Yeah, and announced it. And not only that, but everyone has the same ideas about everything. So who cares? Very popular show with millions of children. Speaking of Vietnam, we get our first Vietnam dream flashback. He goes to bed, and he's seeing like a little kid, and a zombie comes out of the grave.
Yep.
He packs his shit and decides he's going to go to his aunt's house for a little break.
Reasonable.
Very reasonable. I'm going to leave my large, empty house where I'm lonely and go to another large, empty house where I'm even more lonely because it's not in the same town.
And my aunt just died there.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hung herself. This movie's really good, so I don't want to think we're like blowing this off. It's just usually the good movies you can like... The dialogue's good, so you can't knock it. So, like, the in-between shit, it's like, oh, this is all just good. It's just clear to the point. Like, it gets you from point A to point B to point C, so.
You'd seen this before, right?
Yes.
So, I think I liked it a little less this time, but that's not to say I didn't like it. I just thought it was kind of...
I mean, this show, I think, is definitely changing my perspective of things. I watched that, like, right when we started the show, and I was like...
so that's kind of recent.
I was like, this is a tour de force. And I just think they nailed a lot of the comedy the right way. It's a lot more subtle than an Evil Dead, but in the same vein.
I do agree. I like the humor of it.
Yeah, but it was a little more toned down than, like, Evil Dead. It's not so, like, in-your-face jokes.
Right.
It's like, it's there, but it's not, and...
There's a scene where a dog has a hand, and that was like iconic to me when I was younger. I saw this. I was like, oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah, I'd seen it when I was younger, but I had no recollection of it. And I think I only saw parts, but the hand was a huge part. And when he bites it and throws it down the toilet.
Yes.
So, so he decides to move to his aunt's house, which is crazy. He's going to take over for, they were going to sell it, but he's going to stay there. We get another set of flashbacks. There's so many flashbacks in this movie.
Yes.
Another flashback where Roger's at the house with, is it at the same house or is it yeah. and he's with
because he says that his aunt raised him.
Yeah, his aunt raised him, which was another weird thing because he does not seem affected by the death of his aunt at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem affected by anything. Yeah. And we see him with this kid, Jimmy, who turns out to be his son.
Yeah.
And he's playing while Roger's doing like yard work. And then Jimmy's gone. He goes out to the front lawn and you see a car speeding away. So you might think he's kidnapped. But then he sees the kid flailing around in the pool, runs in there, gone.
Gone. Yep.
Fucking weird. So kid just disappears. You know, they show him talking to cops, and
the aunt comes in and she's like, the house did it.
Yo, dude, the aunt comes in and that's what she goes. She goes, the house took him. And the woman, who rightfully so, the mother,
shut up, you old bag.
Shut up, you old bat. And then the aunt goes, oh, touchy.
And she looks at the camera and smiles.
Yeah. It was crazy. Why would you ever say it to a mourning mother? Child just disappeared. Dude. This is the worst possible situation you could ever be in.
I can kill you.
Oh my God. Excuse me. So Roger's basically using this house to get his work done, to get this book on Vietnam done. And he starts seeing some weird things going on. He sees his aunt in the house.
Yep.
And then we meet George Wendt.
Who talks to him, by the way.
Yeah.
She's like, the house won.
Oh, yeah. She's like, get out.
She's like, it knows everything about you. Get out.
Yeah.
And yes, George Wendt shows up. He plays the neighbor who's
Harold Gordon.
His name's Roger, right? I'm so tired.
Yes,
Roger Cobb's biggest fan, he says.
Yes, he says he's the biggest fan.
He's also a meddling asshole.
Yeah, and how does he not? This is actually like my biggest thing that I picked up on, and it kind of annoyed me. I didn't pick up on it the first time. Roger grew up there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Roger was raising his child there,
or at least visiting.
Enough to do work. Yeah. And then he's back now. And this neighbor's like, hey, man, who are you?
Yeah. And he seems to know a lot about the aunt, too.
Knows so much about her.
Like, she must have mentioned.
Yeah. And by the way, that was like one of the funniest scenes in it. George Wendt goes up to him and is like, oh, hey, neighbor, how you doing? The woman that lived here was nuts. Biggest bitch under the sun. Just a senile old hag, really. Wouldn't be surprised if someone just got fed up and offed her. And he goes, she was my aunt. Heart of gold, though. A saint, really. And such a beautiful woman for her age. It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
He's great comic relief.
Norm's character in this is solid.
Honestly, he's so fucking annoying. He's the nicest guy. But when you're in the situation that William Kidd is in, Harold, you'd be when he shows up with pizza.
He's that person that's too nice. It just always gets on your nerve, and then like you get mad about being mad at them. Yeah. You're like, they're just being nice.
Like in a later scene, the cops come in and Harold's trying to keep him out of the house, and he just says like, "Oh, you guys want coffee? You guys are probably too busy for that." Like answering for them, and fucking Harold just pops his head and is like, "Coffee sounds good," and then the cops are like, "Yeah, I guess it does sound good." Like, what an asshole. Fucking dickhead.
Although I think he's doing that on purpose. Because he's suspicious. Because he thinks the guy tried to kill himself.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Yeah. And he's just offering to hang out with him, and he's just a genuinely nice guy. And that's when he discovers he's the author, and he says it's his biggest fan.
Yeah.
So we get other flashbacks, and we're meeting this guy, Big Ben.
Played by Richard Mole.
Yeah.
Who was in Night Court.
Yeah.
And a really bad shark movie that we just watched. Ghost Shark.
And he's a real asshole in the flashbacks.
Yeah. He's like an abrasive meathead.
Yeah.
He's also like 8'5".
Dude, he's enormous.
So tall.
He's enormous. And that really nothing about that happens until the end. So you get 100 flashbacks.
You get the five because the guy's a dick, and you can tell that he kind of takes advantage of Roger. But you can also tell that Roger's kind of affectionate towards him. Like, he doesn't hate him.
No, it's very clear that the guy puts a fucking snake from the jungle in his like cigarette box, almost fucking bites him, and all Roger's like, oh man, come on. And he's just like, I would honestly just fucking kill somebody in their sleep if they put a snake in anything of mine. I'd be so mad. Especially in the jungle.
I know.
Fucking everything's poisonous in the jungle. Anyway. So we're getting more flashbacks with all that. They go through a lot
The
together.
flashbacks were a lot, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about them because I actually thought like the war scenes were kind of cool. It was like good gunfire. Like
It was like for a low budget horror movie,
Yeah.
like really good. And I also I tried to make this point earlier, but I really liked the effect of going from the flashback to him writing.
yeah,
So he's typing these moments out in his book. And I was like, that's effective. Like I can deal with that. But then later in the movie, they were just happening
yeah.
with no writing. They were just flashbacks.
That's why I was kind of because while I was watching it, like this first part, I was like, I'm into this. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it kind of happened a little too much for me, and I was kind of getting taken out of the story a little bit. Like,
I mean, like Roger's running around at one point, and then like it just kicks to a flashback.
yeah,
And I was like, what the fuck?
it was taking me out of the movie.
It was really weird. If they kept it with him just writing these things, like, you know, they could have put the entire flashback sequence at the beginning, and it would have been all right.
Yes.
I didn't really need it. There was no reveal in the flashback. The reveal happens later, right?
Well, yeah.
For the
Well,
most part.
no. There's one flashback where the reveal happens. So I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah.
So Big Ben dies,
Yeah.
but he gets mortally wounded.
Yeah.
But he wants Roger to kill him. And he's like,
Oh,
kill
that's
me. He's
right.
like, I'm
Yeah,
suffering. I'm in pain. And Roger couldn't do it because he liked him.
Yeah.
And that's why the ghost of
Yeah. And then
Big Ben's
the
pissed.
Vietnamese like capture him, right?
and he says later, not in a flashback. Like you're right. They should have just had that whole thing in
Yeah.
the beginning, and they should have shown him like get captured in a flashback.
Yeah.
Because he explains it to you after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because then you just get these randomly throughout the movie, and it just breaks up the pace
Exactly.
of a really well paced movie.
Exactly.
For the most part. So he's like writing these stories or whatever, and he somehow sees his son outside of his window,
Mhm.
and he turns him off with a remote control. And again, he's just like, man,
Not phased. Yeah.
no, he literally picked up the TV remote and turned off the image of his son in a window.
Yeah, William Kent might not be a good actor.
Of course he's not. Joe, he screams in one scene in the movie, and it's at the very end. Never is he phased by anything.
He
that
goes
happens.
to the bathroom, he has all his pills, and he's like, oh god.
Dude, in the next scene, right now, he opens the closet door, a giant
The biggest monster ever?
dude, it's the size of a fucking truck.
And he's like,
comes out and just starts scratching the shit out of him, and he's like, huh.
How about that?
And then instead of like running the fuck away or doing anything, he just orders a ton of recording equipment. Really dated.
Sets them all up.
Dude, like 37
Leave the
cameras.
house, dude.
Yeah. By the way, how frustrating would it be to use that old school recording equipment?
God.
Like, especially the cameras, like you can't look at the footage until you get it developed.
Do you watch the Goldbergs?
Yes.
I love at the end because that kid videotaped everything.
Yes.
And that must have been so time consuming
Dude.
and hard to capture every moment of your life like that.
Dude, it's crazy.
I remember once me and my brothers like borrowed my mom's, what do you call it, VCR?
Yeah.
No, what'd you call it back then? The hand,
Video camera.
is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Video camera?
Yeah.
But you stuck a huge VHS in it.
Yeah.
Like it was before it
It was
digital.
enormous.
It was so big.
It was
we
huge.
tried to like record something in our basement. And we're like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
sucks.
It's so funny. I was just watching a movie recently. Oh, The Conjuring 2. When they pull out the big, giant, enormous video camera, and he's like, "Oh man, these things are so light now."
Dude, they used to be so heavy, and I remember it was like a big deal if you got the one where you could like have the button where
Yes,
it was
the zoom in.
and
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It was huge.
Yeah. It still sucked. Couldn't see anything.
It's fucking crazy. And some of them you had to leave plugged in and like walk around with the fucking plug in the wall.
That's why when you think about like movies from the 60s that look so nice, you're
Right.
like, what the fuck were they doing? How
Yeah,
did they do that?
yeah. I know, it's crazy.
Anyways.
Whoops. So what do we have here? So he sets up the cameras, but that's a failure.
Dude, after the monster's in his closet, he puts on all his army gear.
Oh my god, yeah.
And he comes running out of the house and just like slides on both his knees.
It was the most.
He's like glorious. It's like almost like Platoon when he's in the rain.
Yeah,
and
it was
his hands are up.
beautiful. It was
And
beautiful.
Norm's like, "What you doing?"
Hey,
He's
Raj, what you doing?
Like, and his response was like, "Nothing."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because he sets up all the cameras and he pulls the rope to open the door, and then it's like a 3-minute scene of him diving and flipping all over the house until he gets out the door and slides out.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And then Norm actually comes over after that.
Yeah,
and Roger's like, "Do you think the house is haunted?"
Yeah.
Because my aunt did. And what's his name? Not Norm. I'm just gonna keep calling
Harold.
him. Harold is like, "Well, your aunt was Looney Tunes." And he's like, "Well, do you think I think it's haunted? Do you think I am?" He's like, "Well, your wife left you. You lost your kid, and you were in Vietnam, so you have a couple marbles loose."
Dude, I loved that line. It was so funny. And he's like, yeah, but you're not crazy. And also, Harold walks in on him with pizza. And he walks into the room where there's 30 cameras pointed at an empty fucking wall and lights and shit. Wouldn't you just call the cops? Dude, that looks like you're setting up for something really
Well, he basically
awful.
does because he goes home and calls his wife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He goes home and
strange
calls
Which
Roger's
is weird
wife.
because he just looks her up in like the phone book.
He
He just call actresses.
He stole.
Was that what he did?
And you know what? It's funny because I didn't even catch it in rewatching it in this viewing, but I remember it from the first viewing. He steals his phone book while he's over there.
Okay.
And and calls her. Because at first I was like, that's fucking sketchy. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. But it's to call Sandy and basically telling her, I think something's wrong.
Yeah.
I think he's having flashbacks. He's seeing shit.
Right.
You need to get down here. She says she can't, and but she'll give him a call. And we get some Star Wars wipe transitions that are pretty fucking excellent.
Yep.
How happy were you in the new Star Wars when they did the wipe transitions?
I love it.
I think I like welled up a little
I
bit.
told you I got emotional watching Star Wars.
Oh, I cried.
When the music started playing,
Yeah.
like fuck.
It was it was
so
crazy.
off topic, but remember when they remastered Star Wars and re-released the original, like before
Right, it was
before
before-
Episode 1 came out?
Yeah.
My mom took us to see them. She was like, "I love these when I was a
Yeah,
kid." So
yeah.
we went to theaters to see each one. So it was like Star Wars is a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
So when that music came up, I was like, "This is a new one. It's not a piece of shit." Like
Right.
Episode 1. Like,
Which is weird because like I saw all the newer ones, the new trilogy. I saw those in theaters and I wasn't like emotional. This just felt like
yeah.
real. Like you were seeing a real moment.
But real Star Wars fans don't consider the new one part of the Star Wars canon.
What?
They don't.
It's the fucking same story. Fucking
They're like, it's fan fiction.
I don't know, man. I've got a lot to say about that. None of it's nice, so just fucking relax. All right.
Dude.
When did canon like start being used so regularly? It came out of the blue, right? Like I know it's been around forever, like the concept of it, especially in comic books, but I feel like it's getting thrown around a lot lately. I mean, maybe it's because it's getting more comic book movies and stuff.
Give any asshole a computer and they just get on to complain. Kind of like we're doing right now.
Yeah, just like we do every week about these movies that we love. So where are we, man? Oh, so Roger's
He's back in his house.
more fucking flashbacks. He's in his house,
The Marlin
comes to life.
There's a big prize Marlin hanging on the
Flopping.
wall. It's the least menacing ghost because all does is flop, but it's bolted to the wall.
That, you know what? You're right though about like kind of like how your memory, because even I saw this recently, and that scene was not. I was like, oh yeah, and then the Marlin comes to life, and I remember it being like a really violent moment, and like it's literally just flopping,
Just flops. Yeah.
like, and it's
He
just nailed to
mashes
the
it,
wall.
Yeah.
He shoots it, it's dead. But we also get a very Evil Dead-esque scene where he goes out to the tool shed to get a shotgun, and all the tools lift up.
Yep.
And are just floating and chase him. It just felt very Evil Dead
cool.
inspired.
His wife shows up.
His wife shows. He shoots the Marlin. Then Sandy shows up. Except it's not Sandy. It's a fucking giant worm.
Is that what it was? A worm? I thought it was
No.
a big stupid thing.
It's just. It is a big stupid thing. I mean, it's got like but it looks like a fucking worm. It's gross. It's just giant thing with a wig on. He shoots her twice, and she goes out the front door. Norm or Harold hears this. He calls the cops.
But it turns back into Sandy.
Well, it turns back into Sandy. Yeah, this is the Oscar Pistorius scene. Because it turns back into Sandy and he's having a breakdown. But the weird thing is the neighbor, Harold, like gets up. He hears the shots, gets up, looks out the window, but he sees Roger out there and then calls the cops. Is like, I have to report a suicide.
Attempted suicide.
He's just walking around like.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cops come. We already talked about this. The cops kind of
He pulls it inside. He pulls the
body inside. He hides it, and basically this scene is just him acting goofy.
The cops are fans of his work,
trying to keep the cops away from it.
Yeah,
the body.
The cops like his writing, so they're like, "Oh, why didn't you say that was your name? You know, we're not going to do shit."
Yeah. Yeah, this scene was, I mean, it's good for the movie, but there's just really not a lot to talk about there. Mm-hmm. He finally gets the cops out of there. He goes back upstairs, and this worm woman is back and knocks him out with a rifle.
Gunbucks him, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then she's like talking to him. She says, where's your son, Roger? You'll never find him. He's dead. And he's like, oh, he's not dead. He's in this house. And this woman puts the gun to his back of his head. She's about to blow his fucking brains out.
Yep.
But no bullets. And she ends up getting killed by the tools that were like just... Roger opens the door like to run away, and the tools are all floating, and he's on the ground for whatever reason. He opens the door, and these tools come flying in and just execute the worm lady. It's just weird thing. And then we get a montage of "You no good, you no good, you no good," while he's burying a shallow grave.
Yeah. There's so many holes.
He's burying her body in pieces. It's really weird. And the neighbor comes while he's doing it. Doesn't seem worried at all.
No.
To the point where she lets him babysit his kid.
So this whole thing's weird because she like just meets him, and you think she's
2 seconds in.
You think she's about to sleep with him, and she's like, "I'm gonna come back later." And she brings her kid over. The kid gets loose. The dog digs up the hand.
Yep.
The hand attaches onto the kid. The mom can't find the kid. Roger goes into the bathroom with the kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so weird. And he's like, oh, I found it. Like, he bites the hand off the kid, flushes it down the toilet. And they walk out of the bathroom together. And he's like, yeah, the kid, he's having trouble using the potty. So we got that fixed. Like, I just fucking met you. And
you're a pervert.
Yeah.
You're petter ass.
And she's like, well, how about you babysit him tonight?
So enjoy.
So he goes and gives him a bath. Kid's
Kid's
like 8.
He has the worst haircut of all time, too. This was, I mean, again, when you do when you do a movie for the show, like, you get disappointed about certain things, even though it's not that bad when you watch it. And I was disappointed with this because nothing happens. Like, yeah, the ghosts harass the kid, they pull him up a chimney, but overall, nothing happens. The mom comes home, the kid doesn't even cry, and they're like, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then Norm comes back over.
And Harold's always there.
Harold comes back. And
much like Cheers.
He just like Cheers.
Just
He's playing the same guy.
There.
Comes back, and Roger's like, you want to come upstairs because I have a raccoon caught.
He says he has a raccoon the size of a St. Bernard. And
he gives him a harpoon gun.
Harold's like, yeah, okay, I'll help you catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gives him a harpoon gun. And he's like, shoot this thing with this.
Yeah.
Shoot the raccoon with this so it doesn't get away. You'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Call a fucking exterminator.
Yeah, call animal control.
Fucking nut. And no raccoon or whatever. And
There's
then
if you called me over and handed me a harpoon gun, told me to shoot the animal in your closet.
First of all, yeah, I wouldn't even go up toe to toe with a regular animal, let alone if you're like, this is the biggest variety of this animal I've ever seen in my life.
Known to man.
Yeah. Then I'm even more like, yeah, no, I'm busy. I got shit to do, man. And then the other weird thing I thought was he's always doing it at midnight. And there's never any...
Yeah, they don't say anything about that.
No, he's just really like dead set on like, okay, it's midnight, I got to open the door.
Because he even like sets his clock.
Because every other time, these things are appearing at any time, I think.
Well, the cops came and the monster was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was middle of the day. Yeah. Yeah, they open the door. And this one, you really think it's going to be a red herring because Harold's standing there with a harpoon gun.
Yep, I thought for sure
it's going to be nothing.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. And sure enough, though,
it's a big ass monster,
giant monster, and Harold can't shoot it. Harold's like shitting his pants, and the other guy's just whacking it with a fucking one of those.
I actually love this scene because I love that Harold was able to see the monster.
Yeah, it was great. Like, I love that.
But up until this point, though, I was like, "Is this about PTSD?" And then you're like, "It can't be because Harold wouldn't be able to see it."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So yeah, let me just put something on here. Yeah, that's the weird part about the PTSD thing. Again, yeah, you're not sure what's real and what's not. For the most part, it's all real. But then It's just weird. Like his kid is trapped in Vietnam.
For no reason.
Spoilers. Imagine if we spoiler alerted our show. Fucking dumb. So they shoot this. They shoot it with the harpoon. The harpoon rope gets wrapped around Roger's leg, and it pulls him into
Vietnam.
No, not even. This is weird. Or is it?
No, it's like
no,
the ghost
because then he
dimension.
just wakes up. He wakes up in his bed.
Yeah.
Then this is basically the end, though. We get some more flashbacks, basically revealing everything.
About Big Ben.
Yep. He wakes up. He notices in the painting that his aunt drew, because she was an artist, there in one of the paintings, she painted the bathroom mirror, and there's somebody stuck on the inside of that mirror. So he goes to the bathroom and he smashes the window, and sure enough, or not the window, the mirror, sure enough, it's a fucking portal into a ghost dimension. And he just throws a rope. First of all, he gets grabbed by a tentacle. I'd be like, I'm not going in there. But instead, he grabs a rope and he starts going down. It's the only time he screams. He's going down this ghost dimension, which is pitch black darkness. And like this flying skull flies by. And he's just like, ah! I was like, now you're scared?
Right.
Like, you've seen everything. And you just entered a dimension now. like, man.
Right.
You should be pretty cool. Yeah, and he's seen all sorts of screwed up stuff, and he finds his son in a bamboo cage in Vietnam.
Yep.
It's disturbing. And yet relatively easy to get out of. They just kind of unlock them.
Extremely. And come back out through the pool.
And then they just swim. They jump into the water and swim, and then they wake up, or not wake up, they just
emerge
from the pool somehow, magically. They go into the house. They think everything's copacetic.
But then Big fucking Ben's there.
Zombie Big Ben.
He's a big spooky skeleton.
Yeah.
Great. He was awesome.
I love those special effects.
He was awesome.
Dude. They're incredible.
In my letterbox, I wrote like 3 sentences because I was so tired. But this movie needed way more of Big Ben's ghost.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yes. And the story is actually great because he stole his kid because he killed him.
No, he didn't kill him.
Well, I know, but
tortured.
He's accusing him.
Yes.
I mean, he basically is saying, you killed me. Like, you didn't do what I asked you to do. But,
right.
And so he stole his kid for it.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's a good story.
That's a great story.
That reveal should have happened 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then Big Ben just fucking with him for a while.
Yes.
Because this
is like 5 minutes.
This is the last legitimately, the last 10 to 15 minutes.
I think it's being generous.
Yeah, because I'm including credit time too. So yeah, so you're talking like 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. And they fight for 5 to 10 minutes nonstop.
Yes.
It's just them going back and forth. There's guns getting pulled, fucking grenades going off. It's a pretty cool concept, like this army ghost with. It's a lot like Frighteners too, in a way, where it's like they kind of carry over their personalities into the ghost world. So like, if you died a cowboy, you can like somehow pull out cowboy pistols and shoot ghost bullets, like, which I love.
I like that too.
It's awesome. And, these two go back and forth. There's not a lot to say there. Paul's snapping pics to us. And the only thing I didn't love was the finale, which is ultimately what kills Big Ben. You're like, Big Ben's basically indestructible. Can't figure out how to get rid of this fucking guy. They're fighting. And ultimately, the thing that kills him is like, I don't believe you anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not going to hurt me. And Big Ben's like, what? And it's like, you're not going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt that kid. He's like, oh. And yet, even though it's all that, he shoves a grenade in his chest and blows him up in the house. Fucking blows the house to smithereens. And him and his son walk out, and as he walks out, you see Sandy pulling up, and she's happy, and fucking Harold's like, whoa. He walks over.
The fucking house just blew up.
It's still on fire.
Yeah.
It's flames. Giant.
That's the thing with this movie. It was enjoyable. I like the story, but it's like...
Also, why is that kid so happy? That kid comes out and is like, Mommy! Dude, you've been missing, brother.
For so long.
Brother, you've been missing for like 2 years, I think.
And he's been locked in the cage.
Dude, you've been
a bamboo cage in Vietnam 40 years earlier.
By a fucking skeleton monster. You'd be
20
just
years.
dead. I think you'd just be dead. You'd be soulless.
He's not eating.
Fucking Malcolm McDowell needs to take a look at you. Jimmy. That's not even his voice. The color black is the absence of color, little Jimmy. So that's a House for it. It was good. I love this movie. I think it's great. This was by Lorena V. We should have mentioned, who we talked about earlier and failed to mention this was her choice.
Thanks, Lorena.
Yeah, Lorena, thank you. Always a pleasure to watch this movie. I do like this movie a lot. Not a great critical analysis on it, though. Maybe it's because I'm sick. Maybe it's because we're both, I don't know. Anyway, I liked it, though. I do like this movie a lot. So, I'm starting to lose my voice. Mailbag time. This one comes from Justin Lohr. He hosts a couple podcasts at Repairman X Jack on Twitter. Follow him there. He says, "Sirs, first off, let me say your podcast rejuvenated my faith in horror podcasting and is always amongst podcasts I recommend. So rad." Well, that's fucking insanely nice. The only question I have is this. As a podcast that doesn't automatically bash remakes, how did you feel? Me and Joe read these earlier, like to just get our heads wrapped around the questions. And I was just reading that and I was like, No. And I was like, I just read that and I was like, oh my God, I already read this question. Fucking idiot. As a podcast that doesn't automatically bash remakes, how do you feel about the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, specifically with the weird is Freddy innocent angle they played with? I myself thought it could have been pretty cool, but ultimately fell short. Oh, and how rad would it be if the upcoming TCM prequel Leatherface was announced to have Malcolm McDowell as an even younger Sam Loomis trying to help young Leatherface. Keep up the good work, guys. Justin.
So
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I hated every fucking second of it. That's a shoot. I hated every second of it. It's probably my least favorite remake I've ever seen. I didn't like any of the angles. I didn't like any of the acting. I didn't like anything about it. You?
Wow. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't think I minded it when I saw it, but I
just called it my least favorite remake, and no, the Halloween's obviously.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's really bad. Yeah. And like what? I don't know. That's just one that just really didn't need to be like, I don't know. Like I'm really liberal with remakes. You can get away with a lot, but like if you're going to go into Nightmare on Elm Street, you got to like, I put him over Freddy, like Jason, like Freddy's such a character.
We shit on Robert
Jason's
Englund.
a fucking mask.
Right. We shit on Robert Englund a lot, but
yeah.
I mean, Freddy's iconic.
No, yeah, and he's great at what he does in Freddy. That's great. But like Jason, some of these other characters are less, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, anyone can play
I don't know.
Jason.
Freddy didn't really ever shoot himself in the foot that often. And if he did, it was kind of, I don't know, kind of worked for him.
Well, he totally did in Freddy's Dead. When he plays,
what number's that?
He plays in Nintendo.
Oh,
with Breckin Meyer's character.
That's really bad. Yeah, the Nintendo one's really bad.
Or when he turns into a motorcycle.
That's really bad. Is that on Freddy's Dead also?
No, that's part 5.
Which number is part Freddy's Dead?
6.
That's a bad stretch. We should probably do those for a series. All of them.
I would love to.
Yeah, but
to answer your
so to answer the question, I thought Joe had hated it. So I actually liked that they made him I don't know. I think it might have been a cop out kind of to make him the innocent angle.
Yeah.
Because so the original script is Freddy's a child molester. That's fucking tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's no matter what. So then they make the movie and they say there was actually a string of, that was the 80s, and those were coming to light and very prominent and famous ones. So they were like, we can't do that. So we'll just have him be like a child killer, right? Or is he just in the original? He's a child killer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kills the kids. He doesn't molest them. So they cut it out of the original movie. Then in this one, they bring it back. They make it a reveal later, which is fucked. Not a fan of that. And then, so then it kind of cops it out to make it, is he innocent? Like, I feel like it's kind of like, we didn't want to go hard on the child molesting thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there was a reason. Like, it could have, it could be a cool story element, but I don't think that was its intention. I think it was just to soften the blow of a guy molesting kids as your anti-hero, and to somehow make a franchise revolved around a child molester. Fucking the most evil people in the world.
And there's a reason this remake didn't have a sequel.
Yeah.
For your second part of your question, fuck yes, I want to see Malcolm McDowell play Sam Loomis and interview young Leatherface.
Of course.
Just just have him wear the same stupid wig and just talk to Leatherface. While Leatherface is like,
Thomas Brown Hewitt. What did you do, Thomas? What did you do, Thomas?
and then have him talk to him until he gets into enormous Leatherface and be like, I've gone nowhere in 15 years. I'm done.
Thomas, I've been talking to you for 30 years.
And all you do is squeal.
All you do is squeal like a pig. I can't make heads or tails of it. It's finally time I have to say goodbye, Thomas Hewitt.
You haven't said a word to me.
You just go by this name, Leatherface, now. I don't even know what to make of it. You're obsessed with these primitive masks, Thomas.
This needs to happen. Loomis crossover.
Loomis is just in every horror movie just going forward.
Only Malcolm McDowell's Loomis, though.
Oh, yeah. Just a stupid asshole that walks around in sunglasses.
I would be okay if they did that and then made a part 2 where he just complains about his book tour.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. My mind is just blowing right now. So in Halloween, we get the flashback Loomis. He's got the long hair because it's like the 70s or whatever, I guess. The 80s. The timeline was fucked. We already talked about that. But whatever. He's period. He's got giant sunglasses, long fucking hair, big beard. So is Loomis for Leatherface would be like the 50s and 60s. He's dressed like a guy out of Mad Men. Yeah. He looks like fucking Buddy Holly. Yeah. Oh, man. I love that idea. I hope that works. All right. Next question. David A. with 3 parts. Some of these people are fucking greedy, man. JK, David, you're the man. And I love these questions. Of all the garbage part 3s you reviewed that acted as... I don't have an answer to this one. Just a heads up. That acted as the end of a trilogy. If you had to greenlight a part 4 for one, which would it be? Bonus points for an on-the-spot plot suggestion. So basically, he's saying you have just a straight trilogy, 1 through 3. You get to make the 4th one. Okay. What would it be?
Basket Case 4.
Oh.
And it would just be somebody explaining to me why all those fucking freaks are in that house in part 3. It would just be a Loomis-like character talking to me. Tell me why that happened.
Joe, the freaks are in the house. I mean, if you had to greenlight a part 4, I mean, I'd go Evil Dead would be a good one. Mm-hmm. I don't know any other horror trilogies. Record has a part 4, I think. Let's look it up on the computer. Horror. We could have done this earlier. Horror trilogies. Horror movie series trilogies. The best thematic. Oh, here we go. Plug our own here. Bloody Disgusting has an article looking at the best thematic horror trilogies. Hopefully this isn't a lot of words because I can't read.
Dude, how about I just read some off to you?
Okay.
Poltergeist.
Okay.
The Grudge.
Okay.
Suspiria. Candyman.
Dude, I don't understand the whole Suspiria thing. I know it's that mother. It just they don't add up to me. I don't know.
Creep Show.
Dude, Creep Show. Oh no, because Creep Show 3 is like barely affiliated with it. Oh my god.
Reanimator has only 3.
See, because like you want to pick one that's like good and say like you can make a better one. You know what I mean? Like keep it going or like rejuvenate it. But then part of me is like, I just want to keep making bad ones.
Right, sure. Feast. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Hatchet.
All right, I'll go. I know what you did last summer. Actually,
Okay.
give me another one of those.
Why?
Just give me some aged X90s starlets and stars.
Just have Ryan Philippe wearing the most oversized shirt of all time.
Dude, I hope his hair is so curly still.
Looks like a box of ramen.
It totally does. So I don't have an answer for that. Would you rather fight a naked guy for 3 5-minute rounds or ballroom dance to 3 songs with Ted Levine? There is a caveat. You're not allowed to close your eyes in either scenario. Well, I can't close my eyes while I fight a naked guy. I mean, have
you'd
to
lose.
You'd lose badly, and possibly like, who knows where the dick is when you're. So you cannot close your eyes in either scenario. And in scenario 2, which is the Ted Levine scenario, when Ted Levine is telling you about the roles he's played, you must be complimentary. So me and Ted are at ballroom dancing, and he's like, we have to gaze into each other's eyes, and he's like, remember that time when I was in the Mangler?
Do you have an answer for this?
I mean,
It's Ted Levine all day. It's Ted Levine all day.
instead of fighting a naked
You never
guy-
fight a naked man. We've talked about it before. You just don't do it.
No, you don't.
It's not a homophobic issue. It's just you're not going to win that fight.
No, that guy's nuts.
It'll be all slippery.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's a matter of craziness.
Yeah.
If you are willing to walk up to a stranger and fight naked with your dick out,
Yeah.
First of all, who knows what could happen to it? Anything could happen.
You got to protect your dick.
Yeah.
Like if you
People wear
care that
cups.
little about your dick, you're nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Ted Levine it
Like
is.
Ted Levine, you can just be like, you're all right. I like.
I'll say this:
some things.
I've got a really short fuse for people that annoy me, and if I had to do 3 songs with, if it's like "Stairway to Heaven," and Ted Levine's just like, "Remember that time I was in the Mangler?"
How many rounds fighting this dude did he say?
3 5-minute.
That's a long time. So 3 songs. Ted Levine?
Let's say it's 3 songs with Ted Levine. So yeah, like 3 to 5 minute songs, right?
Okay.
3 to 5 minutes.
So it's about the same
average.
length. It's about the same length.
Roughly. So I would pose this. Fight a guy naked for like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I would still pick Ted Levine, I think. I don't want to fight a naked guy.
It's Ted Levine all day.
All right. Sorry, Dave. It's a good question, though.
Just keep asking him about Silence of the Lambs. He's the one that gets mad.
Oh my God. He'd be so fucking pissed. Be like, I love it when you talk in that Silence of the Lambs voice. This is my real voice. What do you mean, voice?
Sure.
If you had your way, and assuming no instant classics, take your fancy in the meantime, what would be...
Excuse me?
I don't know. What will be the first horror movie you introduce your son to, and how long will you wait?
Is that a question for you? 'Cause I don't have
I mean, you don't have one, but you could theoretically answer. I'll tell you what, your answer will change once you have kids, so it doesn't matter. If you had your way.
My answer is The Wolfman.
Yeah, actually, I just watched Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, and that's probably going to be the first one I show him because it's fucking funny as fuck. It's honestly probably the funniest movie in the world. It makes me laugh so fucking hard. Dude, that comedy back then, that shit is mind-blowing. I can't believe they're cracking jokes like that
I completely agree.
at that time period. Like, it's so fucking current. It just works still. And Abbott and Costello are just... Costello, I was honestly in tears laughing. Jack!
They have the straight man funny guy routine down pat.
And I said this in my Letterboxd review. So they're a big like straight man comedy pair, and it works. Obviously it works. For them. It works all right.
You don't say.
But in this movie, I think Costello steals the show because not only does he have Abbott to bounce off of, now he's got serious monsters all around him. So it's just this fucking ping pong ball bouncing off of everybody for comedy.
For sure.
And it is so fucking funny. His reactions to the monsters. And he does that laugh like that. I was just doing that. Like I only do every once in a while. Dude, I can't even handle it. Like when he's getting arrested by the police, the only thing he can do is be like, like, it's so stupid. He just sees Dracula, and that's all he could do. And you know what? That's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah,
if you just saw Dracula, that's probably all I'd be able to do. Like you always wonder, like, how would you try and explain it to somebody? And that's probably it. You'd just be like, and people would be like, "What's the matter with you, fucking idiot?" Oh man. So if you ever meet anyone that's like telling you they just saw Bigfoot, don't believe them unless they're like,
unless they're breathing.
They're just breathing. So that's probably what I'd show my son, and I think I'll wait till he's like, for the old shit, the Universal monsters, 5 or 6. I'll wait. Roughly, depends. He's a smart kid, so I can get away with showing him some of that stuff earlier. But probably 5 or 6, I'll keep it too. Just no reason.
Yeah,
he's a little kid. Like I already rush him on some things, and I'm like, dude, this little dude still loves fucking. He still cracks up when Cookie Monster smashes cookies all over his face.
To be fair, so do I.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
Makes such a mess every time.
Dude, when he does it in the
he has the biggest mouth ever, too. You don't need to smash him in your mouth.
He's just rubbing.
His whole face is a mouth.
That's all it is. It's eyeballs and a mouth. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So thanks, Dave. Matt, hey, fellas. Stupid question. There are no stupid questions.
Disagreed. I was a teacher for years. A lot of stupid fucking questions.
Who would win, Jaws, the zombie from Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2, or a swarm of piranhas? This is a tough. Ooh. One. That fucking zombie fought a shark.
Is it the piranhas with the lasers?
No, I don't think it's laser piranhas. But piranhas is capitalized, so it is the piranhas from the film.
But in Piranhas Part 2, they had lasers.
I don't think it's the one with lasers.
But how can we be sure?
Well, let's put it in both scenarios.
Lasers wins.
Lasers wins. Yeah. So now let's go back to the original question.
Piranhas.
You know what? I was just thinking that. Although Jaws fucks shit up.
Yeah, but they're smaller. And Jaws isn't that mobile.
You're right.
So they could just come up from behind, just start eating his belly.
Just munching on that. Yeah. You know there's fucking fish called the cookie cutter shark that just bite holes in you, other fish. Like a perfect circle.
All right.
And they leave their teeth in you.
Nice.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Things I learned from octonauts. Dante, homie Dante, he says...
Wait, so we answered that?
Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, yeah,
we're in agreement, Piranhas?
Piranhas, yeah, for sure.
Who would win, Jaws or the zombie?
I don't know. Jaws is pretty devastating, but that zombie...
I mean, you can't kill him.
A
He's
normal
already
shark
dead.
should have got him, and it fucked him up.
He's already dead.
Yeah, I'm going zombie.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, Jaws. No respect for Jaws here.
What about Jaws for Jaws? Because he can follow Michael Caine to, like, different countries. He's fucking advanced.
Yeah, but no.
What if the zombie killed Jaws for his mom?
All right, I guess Jaws wins. I mean, just based on precedent alone, Jaws wins. Dante, would you rather spend a night in the castle from Castle Freak while he's loose? Well, I think we know the answer there. Or a night in the Amityville horror home, no incest included. I mean, if there's no incest, I'm not really that scared. Just a bunch of stupid ass ghosts.
Yeah, I fucking choose Amityville.
Yeah.
He's a fucking freak with his butthole shown and shit.
All right, but let's say like you have to fix that house of its problem.
Which one?
Either or. Like whatever house you choose, you have to fix up its problem.
Okay.
I think I'd probably go with
the Castle Freak.
Castle Freak.
Yeah, because you just eliminate the Castle Freak.
I would just try and fuck him up.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't need the devil up in me. Last one, James L. He says, okay, OG Freddy and Jason tag team match against new Freddy and Jason. Ignore obvious bias to the original. Who would win? I don't really see a huge difference between that. Although, okay, so let's just line it up. Freddy versus Freddy.
Yeah.
Old Freddy wins. The new one's a skinny little bitch.
And the old Freddy would just crack so many jokes, new Freddy wouldn't know what hit him.
Yeah. He'd be like, "What? You make jokes while you kill people?
You have fun?
This is funny for you?" Yeah, you're right. You just fucking slash him up.
Talk him in circles. Yeah.
Jason versus Jason.
So the new Jason can stand on roofs, which I don't know if that's an advantage, but it seems like it might be.
Like, how did he get up there?
But old Jason can swim to Manhattan. Fucking fast.
Dude, maybe Jason is just the greatest athlete that ever lived.
Super athletic.
Like, I would okay, so let's go.
Let's go old Jason, because if you can swim to Manhattan at the speed of a boat.
Oh, yeah.
You are fit.
Yeah, you're fit.
You're ready to
fuck
fight.
him up. You fuck him up. Even though you walk slow as shit.
Well, he's saving his energy for the swims.
Yeah. And then, like, that's Michael Myers versus old Michael. I think new Michael Myers beats old Michael Myers.
Oh, for sure, because he's a fucking monster.
9-foot jack
mountain
dude.
from Game of Thrones.
Is there any other remakes?
So many.
Yeah, no. Have they ever made a horror remake? I don't know. I'm an idiot. Oh, wait. That was the Nick. Oh, God.
Oh, Leatherface.
Wait. Also, you need a fair... Dude, first of all, OG Leatherface wins all the time.
All the time.
He's like... He's that fat jacked.
OG Grandpa.
Isn't it the same?
Same guy. Who can drop a hammer better?
That guy's so gross. We missed this part. So he says, also, you need a fair referee. OG Michael Myers versus Rob Zombie Michael Myers.
To ref?
I mean, I think they're both pretty competent counters.
Are they? I don't know.
I mean, one could drive a car.
It's OG. Other one can't do shit. It's the hike everywhere.
Dude, he hikes everywhere. And eats dogs. He breaks in. Whatever. I'm not even going to talk about when I say tag team, I mean tag team like wrestling. Like Vince McMahon just signed them. Let's be real. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing that happened in professional wrestling. That is true. Yes. Chucky was in WCW. So, yeah, no, I think that the answer still stands, like pro wrestling.
What did Chucky cut his promo on?
Rick Steiner.
Yeah, he was talking and his face comes on the screen.
And it was a pre-recorded deal.
Yeah,
so like Rick Steiner's still talking and then Chucky starts talking and like it's a fucking mess as usual with WCW. Like Rick Steiner's like, "Hey Chucky, you come out." Dude, he's talking to a fucking fake puppet from a horror movie. Like, you know what? Like, people already make fun of wrestling and wrestling fans. Like, you're not helping us when you include Chucky in a storyline. Fucking stupid.
Who would win, Chucky or the Gobbledygook?
Chucky.
Well, no. I'm sorry. Turkey or the Gobbledygook?
Probably the Gobbledygook.
He's bigger.
Did Turkey even kill anyone? I'm not even sure if there's any murders in Thanksgiving, despite the name. I'm not sure if he even does anything in it besides just walk around and crack jokes.
No, he kills that girl because he says, "I axed you." Question. And he cuts off that guy's face and wears it.
That movie is so bad. That movie is terrible. All right, that's it. Guys, pleasure doing this episode. Thank you so much. Oh, we should talk about what we're doing next week.
What are we doing next week?
Oh, well, I probably should talk to you about it first.
We never do.
We never do. So we're going to do one Patreon pick. I think the Patreon pick's... Oh, no, it's not. So, this is fun. Okay, so we are skipping. Next week is going to be Thanksgiving week. So we are having...
Holy shit.
I'm going to tell you the title of this episode, too, because I wrote it down because it just tickled me. A real turkey of an episode.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, so that's what it's going to be called.
Come on. What do you mean?
We're gonna read the Rob Zombie winning script.
Oh, fuck.
And we are going to do a little round table with Paul, just fuck around and talk about some stuff. I'm going to write down some questions we can all talk about.
Nice.
Shit. So it's going to be a real turkey of an episode.
Stop it.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll also be, I don't think there's going to be a bonus episode this week, but we'll do, there's going to be a long one where we read all the scripts. So that should make up for it. We'll do it that week. And then the week after Thanksgiving, we are doing The Pit.
Nice.
which is Jacob
Our buddy-
DeGrouch's pick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Our buddy Mike is going to be very pleased.
Yep. And then after the pit is we've got a lot planned coming up. After the pit, we do one more choice for us, and then we're back to Patreon picks. And that other choice is Luther the Geek. We are giving Trovember a little bit of love.
Is that even going to be in November?
No. Just the way Troma would want it. Half-assed. All right, guys.
Are we doing Stannies?
I don't know, man. That also, yeah, we got to talk about that. I don't know. Because, yeah, December's our 2-year anniversary.
2 year?
Yeah.
The fuck has happened?
Right? Isn't our 2 year? Or no, it's our 3rd year. Wait. No. Yeah, last year was our 1st year anniversary, and this is our 2nd year.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What? We started 2 Decembers ago?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
What have I been doing in my life?
It's crazy. Are you saying it's short or long?
Oh, short. Like, wait.
Oh.
I thought we've been doing it for like 9 months.
No. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Decades.
This has been agonizing. Every minute I've done with you has been a nightmare. Yeah, no, it's 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So it's our 2-year anniversary. So we should do like the Stannies of some sort. If you guys like, I don't know. We need everyone else's help to do it.
Fly us out somewhere.
We just need help with like the categories and suggestions, like because like
you want to hear?
I have terrible memory. I can't remember funny shit we did. Like that's what I wanted to do in the first one, like really like highlight that shit. And it's like I can't remember any of that. Right. But so if you guys have any suggestions or if somebody wants to help us organize it, then let us know. We'll do something with you. Otherwise, our big celebration will be episode 100 when we do Dead Body Man with Paul. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be, I don't even know, sometime in, that's 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. It'll be end of January. So.
All right.
I'm so excited for Dead Body Man.
I'm not.
Dude, it's going to be awesome.
I'm not even a little bit.
We're going to live stream it. It's going to be great. Real celebration there. Anyway, glad we're planning on the air. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. You guys have been fucking incredible, as usual.
Yeah, to all the people that reach out via Twitter DM or Snapchat, I might not always respond right away just because life gets in the way, but every time I read it, it just makes my day. So thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly what Joe said. Like if the best way, like if you really want to reach me and get a response, I mean, even then it's still not timely. So I don't even know why I'm saying it, but shoot me an email, Sean@IHateHorror.com. I respond quicker to those because I can mark them unread. Like I read them, like I don't have time, but I'll read them. Yeah. And then I'll be like, okay, I got to respond to this guy. So I can mark it unread, and then it bothers me in my inbox because I see the fucking red dot all day. I'm like, I got to respond to this person. But if I check a Twitter or an Instagram DM or any like that, I can't mark it unread, and then I fucking forget.
Yeah, sometimes I'll check at work. In the middle of something,
and I'm like, oh, that's funny, and I gotta respond, but then I'll forget all about it. So, yeah just do that. Somebody's breaking in. Where were we? Facebook.com/IHateHorror, IHateHorror.com. Best way to support us, rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, and tell your friends. And if you do rate, review, subscribe, make sure you send me an email, Sean@IHateHorror.com, and we will send you a sticker out to your address of your choosing. If you can support monetarily, patreon.com/IHateHorror or store.IHateHorror.com. One is merch, one is bonus episodes, bonus content, stuff like that, and early access to the episodes, which people really like. So I'm glad I did that. Just chose that randomly. That's it, man. I think that's it. Oh, twitter.com. God damn it, I did it again. I'm at Twitter at IHateHorrorShow and on Instagram at IHateHorror.
I'm at Jovi421, Instagram Boognish1985, and Snapchat Horror Show Joe.
Yeah. That's it, man. We'll see you next week for Bullshit with Paul.
Is that next week?
Did I just say
Did we
that?
just do that?
Fuck.
The fuck were we doing?
All right. For Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
Adios.
Jesus Christ.
That's awful. But I love that shit.
All right. So we are here with Larry Dwyer originally from Hatebreed, which we could probably talk a ton about. And we were just talking about like 2 nights ago with our fans. Yeah. Larry runs Connecticut Cult Classics. And we just started doing this. We sponsored tonight's episode. It's Slashiversary, which is 2 slashers, April Fool's Day, and The Burning, which we love so much. Larry, what made you get into this?
Actually, about 3 years ago, Horror News Network did one of these at Seymour Cinemas 12 called Duo of the Dead. And we showed Night of the Living Dead and Bela Lugosi's White Zombie. Basically, we picked those 2 because they are free. You don't have to pay for them because they're part of public domain. White Zombie because it's so old, and George Romero because he fucked up and didn't copyright. So we picked those. We did like a whole zombie-themed night. We had the guys who draw and write Living Corpse comics come up from Jersey. They drew people as zombies and shit, and it was really awesome. But we didn't get a really sick response, probably because the movies were... White Zombie, not a lot of people know it. Night of the Living Dead, you can see it 6 times a day, so people were like, they didn't really come out. So we didn't do it again, and I've kind of always been chomping at the bit to do it. As a matter of fact, Bite Night, I had the idea to do that like literally weeks after. I wanted to do it like a month after Duo of the Dead. And Rob and Christine, who do Horror News Network, just said, you know what, we're going to do this Connecticut Horror Fest instead. We're just going to focus on our first convention. I was like, cool. And I kind of always kept this in the back of my mind. Reached out to the Strand a few times because it seemed like such a perfect place. I had been here before. Unfortunately, I will admit it was to see Twilight, but it was because my wife made me. So I had been here before and was like, you know what, sick, like 40s theater with the marquee and everything. So I tried to reach out, but they were going through some stuff with the town. They really weren't doing much. And then finally, last year, I said, you know what, let me try again. Got in touch with John here and was like, you know what, I'm going to run with what I wanted to do 3 years ago. I'm going to run with Bite Night and do Lost Boys and Fright Night. Those are the movies that I wanted to do. And that's really how it happened. I just, said, screw it. Begged my wife to let me spend some money. And she did, God bless her, Satan bless her, whoever. And she let me spend the money, and it worked out, and just kept going.
I mean, it's an incredible theater and a great experience. Like when me and Joe first came here, we were like, holy shit. I mean, something local that does this in Connecticut, it doesn't happen anymore. And it sucked. And to find this was like incredible. And your turnout's crazy.
Yeah.
You have a really good turnout.
Yeah, man. People are definitely supporting. And that's awesome because as long as they support, then I can keep doing it. Because if it was free, I wouldn't give a shit. I'll come watch the movie by myself. I don't care. But you got to put the money up to license the films and to get the theater, etc. But it's been working out. People have been supporting. I think a lot of that is because the people like you, the people like me, they're just happy to see something like this in their home state, and they're eager to come out and do it. Also, that I've got the spot on the website to kind of let them pick what they want to see next.
Awesome, yeah.
I don't let them pick the movies, but I let them pick the genre, the theme of the night. And I, for each theme that's on there, I already know what I'm going to show. So I let them pick it. The next one wasn't really one of the picks, but there were so many responses for when I put the vote on this one out for whether I should show April Fool's Day or Friday the 13th Part 2. I got so many responses and so many people wanted to see Part 2 that I was like, all right, all I've got to do Friday the 13th next. And when I looked and saw that January had a Friday the 13th in it, I was like, all right, we'll see what the turnout's like on a Friday, because that'll be a first.
Yeah, it'll be crazy.
I
hope it turns out pretty well.
The best thing about it is, like, I've seen these movies, so many times before, but seeing it in a theater just completely adds on to it. It's
Absolutely.
so much more fun.
Absolutely.
Creep Show in the theater was
Christine.
Christine was nuts too. I didn't even like that movie until I came here, and I was like, oh my god, I love this movie.
Yeah.
And it definitely has that feel. What's it like getting the licensing and stuff?
It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. There's a few different licensing groups that do. There's a few different licensing groups that you can go through, and you have to find the right one who owns the rights to that movie. But it is what it is. Once you get in with them and set up an account and stuff, then it gets to be easier. But then there's a lot of movies that none of the traditional licensing groups has, like Romero, for instance.
Yeah.
You can't get Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead from a traditional licensing group. He has his own licensing company, and I've been trying to talk to those guys for 2 months to no avail. And there's a lot of horror movies, especially the super low budget ones that are like that are hard to get.
Yeah.
But I'm still working on them.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. I mean, that was, we've talked about doing some live events, like charity events type stuff, and like the licensing thing. I was like, we're going to have to do all public domain, because I was like, there's no way we'll be able to figure this out. Like,
right. No, it's not easy. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But they work with you.
That's good.
They're really.
I didn't think it worked like that. I didn't think there was any like type of negotiation. I thought it was just studios being like, give us money.
The studio, and that's what I found out. That's what I learned through the process, was the studio, especially with these older movies, they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
It's like they don't, what do they make? Like 10 cents a year on these movies? So they're just like, they let this outside company handle it. And whenever it gets shown, the outside company sends them their cut, and done deal.
That's amazing. Favorite horror movies?
Halloween. Carpenter's Halloween. It's so cliche, but I don't give a shit. It still scares me. I've seen it, I don't even know how many hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Definitely Carpenter's Halloween, Exorcist, Dawn of the Dead, the original. I love Night and I love Day, but to me, Dawn was the first one I saw. Yeah. I saw it in the drive-in when I was about 6 years old. Oh, yeah. And it's just really stuck with me. But if I had to pick 3, I would say it would have to be those 3.
That's good. That's cool. Cheers.
Well, one thing I wanted to know is these trailers. Where do you find them? They're the best. It's worth it just to come see them.
Super Fuzz.
Oh, when we first came, there was that stunt rock. Oh my god.
Yeah. Here's one thing that a lot of people don't know about these trailers. I will never show a trailer for a movie I haven't seen before.
Oh my god.
Seen all of these.
Seen all of these movies.
No.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I've got to give credit where credit's due. A lot of the crazy ones I've seen at Hudson Horror Show.
Oh really?
That I keep talking about. Chris Allo shows some of the craziest fucking movies, and I had to sit through all hour and a half of stunt rock. And it's the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. There's absolutely no plot. It just cuts between dudes doing stunts on bikes to some magical band singing about wizardry. Like, it makes absolutely no sense.
God,
Lady Terminator was another one that he showed that is actually so horrible that it's amazing.
Lady Terminator, is that how you saw it?
Yeah. Oh, he played the one that you didn't come to. He played
my god! Yeah, he showed me that trailer, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
The movie is just so ridiculous. But I don't know how it would play if you're watching it by yourself, but in an audience, it's incredible because it's just so stupid.
That's definitely
so a lot of these movies, Duke Mitchell's Mafia Man.
I need to see that.
It's stupid, ridiculous. They also did another one, and I'll give it to you. You can watch it, Down with the Pope, where he kidnaps the Pope. Same dude.
I need these.
Ridiculous. Dude. Duke Mitchell, those came from Chris Allo at Hudson Horror, too. I've seen them through him.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I just sit there, and I do it at work. Hopefully my work doesn't realize that. But like when it's time to plan an event, I just start thinking of all these. I've got a list of just all crazy movies that I've seen and trailers that I think would be funny. And Super Fuzz actually was one that used to be on HBO like every day when I was like 8 years old.
Oh my god!
Like every day, I saw that movie probably like 40 times. There was a point in the 80s where HBO, it was either Super Fuzz or Swamp Thing every fucking day. I swear to God, or Cannonball Run. I'm sorry, Super Fuzz, Swamp Thing, Cannonball Run, like every day.
That's awesome. All right, guys. So we're going to let Larry go because this is just the intermission. Maybe we'll talk to him a little bit later, but hopefully every month we'll talk to Larry and give you guys a little more
support this. It's fucking awesome.
If you're even in the area, Matt, come out here. This is crazy. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, dude, and I don't even know if you realize this. I've sold tickets there's people here from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York,
Dude, that's awesome.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, some Massachusetts, as well, which is just crazy to me. There's 2 people I know of that got hotel rooms just to come to this.
Oh, dude.
And it's crazy. It's just crazy to me. But I mean, you know, I like to think that that people are enjoying it. So I hope they keep coming out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, man. Larry,
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.